Christian couple loses custody of their child named Jesus Joyofthelord. The kid's name is Jesus Joyofthelord. At the custody hearing, they lose the custody after they speak in tongues in court to a stuffed lion who they claimed was giving them direct counsel from God. The judge also denied the couple's claim of religious persecution. Yeah, of course, because they're crazy people. This is just... Christianity is not on trial, the judge says. It's these crazy people that we have on trial, who are obviously out of their minds. And, you know, what a shame. What a shame that, you know, people like this can procreate and then they can parent. They can parent. They can take their messed up software and install it in a small child. And no one can stop them. Well, hopefully the courts are stopping them now. But it could be too late. What if the child, Jesus Joyofthelord, is speaking in tongues to stuffed animals? I mean, how do we reverse this? Years of therapy aren't going to do it for this kid. I feel bad. The couple spoke in tongues in court to a stuffed lion who they claimed was giving them direct counsel from God. They rejected legal aid, preferring to advise witnesses. Quote, it was their lawyer, Jesus Christ, asking the questions through the voice of the parent. The battle was for the custody of their baby, who the mother wants to rename Jesus Joyofthelord. Yes, they lost. They lost the case, obviously. How's that sawing that's going on right here? Yeah, because I live right across the street from a construction site, which is just great. You think my landlord would reduce my rent for the 6 months that this is going to be going on? Probably not. Sorry for the divergent rant. Okay, now in a decision highlighting the tightrope social workers walk in balancing parental beliefs with child safety, a Supreme Court judge has dismissed the couple's claim of religious persecution. Well, good. This is a difficult case, wrote the Justice Diane McDonald. No, it's not a difficult case, Justice. If you have people that are claiming a stuffed animal is the word of God, then, you know, it's pretty easy. Okay? The parents obviously love their child and wish to raise her in a home with their Christian values. Are those Christian values really, though? I mean, let's get down to the brass tacks here. Are they Christian values? They're a little bit Christian values. They're probably 15% Christian values and 85% crazy, insane, sociopathic values. That's what's going on here. And you did the right thing, Judge. In fact, I would say, going further, you know, not only deny their claim, they're wanting to change the kid's name and all, you need to extract the child from that situation, in my opinion. That's just my opinion, okay? And this ain't even about me being anti-Christianity, you know, and I was raised Catholic, and I have my beef with Catholicism and Christianity in general as a result of that. Outside of that, I'm saying these people are beyond Christianity. They're just crazy people, and they shouldn't be allowed to be handling, the socialization of a child, in my opinion. You know, I don't have kids, so it's easy for me to talk about this. Okay, so apparently this couple they've had a troubling history with this couple. Another, they've moved from community to community after alienating others in efforts to purge the churches of evil influences. Oh boy, I mean, what else do we have here? Okay, this case is not the first time religion has reared its head in a child custody dispute, I'm sure. In 2015, a pair of devout Jehovah's Witnesses were ordered not to talk about religion in front of their 4-year-old granddaughter. Well, that's not okay to me. You can talk about religion. I'm not saying that. And I think that's a little going over the top. Now, I also have an opinion about Jehovah's Witnesses, and I think that is in my opinion, a cartoonish ideology. Yes, I do. That's just my opinion. I have a right to that, okay? Do I think that Jehovah's Witnesses should be spreading their ideology, their messed up ideology, in my opinion? No, I don't. But I wouldn't take their right away from, introducing that to their children. It's unfortunate that the kid has to be exposed to such a squirrely religion at an early age before they're able to make rational decisions, but this is just how it is. That's one of those situations where, all right, it's a religion I don't agree with, but you know what can I say? You want to raise your kid this way? Hopefully when the kid becomes an adult and sees, how asinine, that ideology is, they'll move on and find something that's more suitable and jives with the 21st century culture. But when you have like parents that are claiming that a stuffed animal is the voice of God, that's when I draw the line, okay? That's just me. I don't know, let me put this out there. The article goes on and on about, cases of the courts intervening in religions raising their kids, but this is a great topic of debate, and I think, and maybe some of you out there, my fellow weirdos, are involved in some sort of squirrely ideology like Scientology or something, and maybe you're raising your kid this way, and how do you feel about this? How do you feel about the court's intervention in what you're doing? You probably wouldn't like that, but you know, some of you out there, my fellow weirdos, probably think this is a good thing for the courts to intervene when the sort of religion might be what you consider a little, let's just say, a little bent, a little out there. That's the nice way to describe it. But yeah, I ask you, call in 646-450-2012 or email me funnyjones@gmail.com. DM me at funnyjones on the social medias. I want to hear from you. And for those of you who worship a stuffed animal, and I may have hurt your feelings doing this, I don't give a shit. You're a moron. The end.